Good morning to the morning group and good afternoon to the afternoon group. You can see I have my dice here and my dice here. Look at that, yeah. And I can just spin it around there. And each side of the dice has dots, and each of those dots tell us the number. So let's look at this one. How many dots can you count there? Count them. One. There's only one dot there. One. That is the number one. So if you look over here, we can see one dot. And there is the number one. That's what the number one looks like. So we can do, if you can trace it with your finger, put your finger out and it goes up and down like that. It goes up and down, and that is the number one. And we use numbers to count things. Now, if we look here, how many books have I got? One book. I have one. And there is the spot. One book, Rapunzel. I like that book. I might read that for you later. Now, let's go back to our dice. Now, how many spots can you see on this side? Let's count. We can see 1, 2. This is going to be the number 2. 2 dots. So let's look over here and we can see there are the 2 dots. 1, 2. And here is the number 2. And the number 2 goes like this. It starts here and goes all the way around and goes like that. Now we can practice making these later on, but look, there is 2 dots, 2. And we use the numbers to count. How many books can we see now? There's the number there. We can see 1, 2. We can see, oh, there's Rapunzel and Sleeping Beauty. Let's count the books. 1, 2. Like our dice. 1, 2. And our number, there it is there. 1, 2. We can use them to count. Okay, let's get back to the dice. Now we're back with the dice and we look carefully at the spots now. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be the number 3. So let's look over here. We can see 3 dots. They're kind of arranged in a different way. 1, 2, 3. And this is what the number 3 looks like. So if we look here, it goes, there we go, goes around like that. Can you follow it with your finger? And that's the number 3. 1, 2, 3. And we use the number 3 to count. Now look, how many books have I got now? Have a look. I've got 1, 2, 3. 3 books. Yeah, look at that. So I've got Rapunzel, the Sleeping Beauty, and Goldilocks, and the 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 3 bears. 3 books. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll go back to our dice. Now, look at this. We have the number. What can you see on this dice? Let's count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. You count them for me there. Point your finger out. 1, 2, 3. Very good. 4. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And here is the number 4. It goes like that. Trace it with your finger. You trace it with your finger. Yeah, go on. Put your finger out and follow the shape. 1, 2. And there is the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder what story will be next. And here are 4 books. So let's count our books. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is Jack and the Beanstalk. He climbed up a very big beanstalk to see a giant. So look at that now. We have 4 books. They keep falling over. Get up there, you silly book. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 books. Very good. Let's go back to our dice. Now, what number can we see here? We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's the 5 there on my dice, and there's the 5 over there. And this is what the number looks like. So start here, it goes across, down, and all the way around. Across and down and all the way around. That is the number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I wonder what book will come next. Now let's have a look. Let's count the books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you count them? Put your finger out and count like me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. And this book is called The Princess and the Frog. Ooh, look. A princess meets a frog. That's unusual, isn't it? Very good. Now, so we have 5 books, and there is the number 5. Across, down, and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. I wonder what number is next. Can you guess? Now, look at this. This is the number 6. Can we count the dots? Just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. We counted 6. Now, what does 6 look like? Well, let's see. 6 dots there. 6 dots over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here is the number 6. It goes kind of around and around like that. Ooh, it's like a little square. A 6. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see this number. This is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many books do you think we'll see? Do you see we'll think? What? Have a think? Well, let's have a check. Now, let's have a look. So there is the number 6. So let's count our books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We count again. There is the number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 books. And that book there is all about the elves who help a shoemaker. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. So now we use our numbers to help us to count. Okay? Now, I wonder if you could go around your house and find some numbers that you could count, and maybe you could find all the different numbers we talked about. You could use your dice. Now, boys and girls, before I go, now these are the books we looked at. Now, sometimes we can use a dice to help us to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or we can use a dice to help us to choose. So I'm going to roll the dice, and it stopped at what number? Did you see? It stopped at this number, 1, 2, 3. Which means I'm going to read which book? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. So we picked number 3, 1, 2, 3. So maybe I'm going to read this one first. And then later on, we can read the others. Now, I'd like you to go around practicing your numbers and see, can you find things in your house? Count different things. Can you count one thing? Can you count 2 things? Can you count... Where are you? There you are. 3 things. Oh, that's not 4. Here we go. There's 4. 4 things. Whoops, a daisy. 5 things. And 6 things. And always practice your counting. Every time you go around, count the different things. If you're going shopping, or if you see things in your house, you can count your teddies. You can count your toys. You could count... maybe how many potatoes are on your plate. Could you count all the chips on your plate if you're having chips? Could you count all the spaghetti on your plate? Some things are too hard to count, but we can count simple things. Let's count the books one last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we rolled the dice, and this was the book we chose to read. Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. I'll read that for you later, okay? Goodbye, you noodles.